Hey, George Howard here. Words that create. Reaching our goals, setting goals, moving towards those goals. All of these things require self-love and self-care because we have to allow ourselves to actually have or reach and receive our goals, receive the things that we desire, want, need. We have to embark on self-love and self-care in some way. We have to implement affirmations. We have to implement rest. We have to implement gratitude and drive. So what drives us? Why do some people seem to have so much drive? Well, they don't get stuck in the idea of motivation. And this is something I've had to learn recently, or have learned recently. And I've enjoyed learning that because it's allowed me to be so much more consistent. So here it is. Motivation comes and goes. Inspiration comes and goes. Feelings change all the time, ups and downs, sideways. But the one thing that can be constant is the decisions that you make each day, the choices that you consciously make. So if you're not feeling like being self-loving, it doesn't mean that you can't be self-loving. We all have down days, and on down days, I know for myself, I normally don't want to do a single thing for myself. I want to self-sabotage. I want to waste my hours of the day. I don't want to talk to people. I just feel like being and doing nothing. And maybe that's what I need. Sometimes that is what we need, to rest and recover. But mostly we can choose to bring ourselves out of that state by taking some action. So say if I had a down day and I was just woke up in a mood, what can I do for myself that day? Who can I transform into by taking certain actions? What if I started doing a yoga practice, or did some breathing, or went for a long nature walk, or did an exercise routine, or went for a run, or ate incredible breakfast and just sat there with my family and we all sat around and spoke gratitude for our lives and for the day ahead? What if I planned and got excited about my goals? There are many ways to pull ourselves out of a feeling and into a new feeling, or actually, what's more important, into the new action, or a previous action that we need to take again. Self-care can be simple, but what we often do is overcomplicate it. We try to make ourselves enough through self-care by saying, oh, that's not enough stuff to be doing. I need to be doing more. I need to be doing longer yoga sessions, more longer journaling sessions. I need to do 2-hour workouts. I need to have all the best foods. I need to have them now. And if they're not there, there's no point. If I can't have that amount of time to do my workout, there's no point. If I don't have this space in my life, there's no point. But what we miss is that when we try to be too intense with any action, then it becomes incredibly hard to be consistent. In myself, that has been a cycle that I've been in for a long while now, up until just recently, where I would go really intensely into something, have this goal in mind, but then just burn out, fizzle out within a couple of weeks and stop and give up. But what I've learned is to step back and be realistic about what I can actually commit to. What can I commit to that will help me reach my goals? Are my goals realistic? Not because of my potential to reach them, but because of the amount of time and effort and space I have in my life to be able to reach those goals. for the most part, we have unlimited potential to reach goals. So realistic goal setting has nothing to do with your potential. It has everything to do with what you're honestly able to commit yourself to. So obviously within self-care and self-love, there's no tangible result, there's no goal that you reach. It's just an ongoing practice. But that's the same with any goal, really. It's a journey, it's an ongoing practice. We have to show up every single day of our lives in one way or another. But keep it simple. Choose one thing to commit to, and commit to that thing every day. Choose one goal. And then after a little while, say 1, 2, 3 months of being consistent with that one thing, then ask yourself, do you have space? Do you have capability for the next thing as well as the previous thing? Can you step it up a notch? Can you ramp it up? Are you ready for that? Be honest with yourself, because if you're not ready, if you're not ready and if you don't have the space, don't embark on it. Because you'll let yourself down. You'll lose respect for yourself because you won't show up. Keep showing up with one thing at a time. Take small steps. And over the longer term, your consistency muscle will build, will become stronger. Your self-respect will grow, your self-trust will grow. And when you say you're going to do something for yourself, you'll show up and you won't let yourself down. Of course, some things need to change. Sometimes we need to adapt. But we have to be honest with ourselves once again about whether that thing needs to change or whether we just need to stick with it. And other times we need to rest and rejuvenate. Perhaps we've got an illness and we need to take a week to just lie around. But as soon as that illness is past, we're back to it. We don't let our focus waver. We go all in once again. And by all in, I mean choosing that one small, medium thing and sticking by it day after day. I've had so many blocks when I've tried to reach goals, things that just get in the way week after week, month after month. And yes, it has thrown me off track many times and I haven't got back on track. So this is a journey for me. This is a journey for you and everyone. Is to just notice when we get knocked off track and just try to pull ourselves back to it, to focus, perhaps to read those books that inspire us and remind us of who we want to be and what we actually care about, or those YouTube videos or those movies or the music that brings us to that state, whatever it is that reminds you, the journaling prompts, gratitude, affirmations. The biggest part of self-love and self-care and reaching goals is consistency. Don't let your feelings get in the way. Don't stop yourself because you don't feel like it one day. Take the action like you would every other day, and the feelings will follow. And even if they don't, at least you've taken that action. Choose one thing and implement it over a month, 2 months, 3 months, as long as you need to build that momentum, build that habit, build the self-respect, build the self-trust. And then, and only then, add more, bit by bit. You may come to 3 months in and say, right, I'm ready to just go all in, add 3, 4 more things. And you know you've got that space for it. Maybe it's a spring and summer and you're just feeling energetic and powerful. But if those things aren't there, don't expect yourself to be there. Just be realistic. Be honest with yourself. And allow yourself to be consistent through that. And that allowing and that consistency will get you the results you want. You've got this. You have what it takes. Much love.